Hello, 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 hello. Soon it's gonna come out the thing, okay? Oh my God. Okay, so wait, where is guys? Let's see. I have to dye my hair soon. Oh my God. Okay, one sec. Okay, so well, I just I have my stuff here. So guys, okay, so just have to do one more thing. We have to. I really have to this. So I have to text to ask somebody if they can to ask her if they can. If she can, I can postpone it just half an hour more. Okay, one sec. Sheila. Okay. Hi guys. So okay, very interesting. Okay, so wow. So guys, okay, it's funny. At first, I was like, oh, today we're gonna talk about the stuff we didn't talk about on Monday, but I feel like already there's so much to talk about. I'm gonna come on tomorrow as well. So, we'll see. Okay, because don't you think is like all this had happened already since yesterday? Of course, we knew it was gonna happen. And that's why I was telling somebody earlier today. I just it's one of those times, where I really have to do many live streams because there's so much happening. If you don't, then it's like, so how do you even keep track? Okay. So guys, okay, so just one more thing, okay? Just one second, okay? I'm gonna text somebody, okay, one second here. So because I just want to, I may have to, postpone one second. So it's just, okay, so this is just that, guys, we really have to keep track of everything. And like, so, and I'm very curious about I'm loving the reactions. I'm loving the reactions of people. They just see, I really, that's almost like the best part of it. Is that there's many very good parts, but okay. This one's- Okay, so, okay, guys, wait. Okay, so so anyway, okay, okay. Oh my God, they took Rick Scott's phone today. Oh my God, see, I'm already missing, guys. I'm missing information. So, so wow, okay, so I just text, I did everything I had to do. Now we're gonna focus. So guys, there's so much coming up. Okay, so much. So let's see. What, let me go, let's go to Washington. I'm gonna go to Washington Post to see what's going on. Okay, who together we'll read the news here because I miss, there's so much that happens, breaking news all the time that we need to knowing. We need knowing. Okay. Okay, so one second here. So let's share screens. Okay, so all right. Okay, so Mar-a-Lago's search appears focused on whether Trump aides would help. Okay, so search award. Okay, so a dozen guys. What the hell? He had a dozen boxes. Are you kidding me? Like who the? It's like, and guys, the entitlement is like the guy just basically stole. He stole stuff. Because let's say theoretically you had worked in the government and you didn't know. Let's say theoretically, are you giving somebody the benefit of the doubt? Okay, or maybe he didn't know, but you should have asked, especially after, you know what I mean? After they requested, you should have said, oh, you know what? Do you want to come here to look? Since it's important, right? Like just keep what you need. No, he kept 12 guys. That's a lot of stuff. I have storage spaces, like 12 boxes of just papers. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. And no, guys, we know that he hates paper. Like he's not a person that takes care, he's not organized. He's not like, what is it for, really? Right? Like he could have, right? If none of this, there's no excuse for this. Okay, basically. Okay, look.
So I'm gonna kind of let me skim through and then we'll ask. Okay, so they're saying, okay, Trump gave back items to National Archives about 7 months ago. Either so then that's right. I was listening to the radio earlier today. They were saying that there was a list of items and like there was a lot of stuff missing, basically. Okay. So all right. So then okay, let me just I'm gonna stop here, stop share. So because several things, this is just about the news, guys. So today also, I don't know where it was posted, but and I was shocked to see this. I guess apparently Rolling Stone was saying that Trump is scrambling to fight it. He doesn't have a defense lawyer, criminal lawyer, in case he gets indicted. Like imagine a person who's this criminal and he doesn't have a lawyer, okay, in case he gets indicted. So there's no lawyer for that. So the amount of trouble this guy is in is almost like, it's not funny, but it would be funny if, right? So it's like, so guys, I don't know what to say, really. It's like, in case he gets indicted, really, in case you're gonna get indicted. So, and then, you know, guys, this is a crime. Like if you take stuff, you can't take stuff that's not yours. That's a basic, okay. So, okay, so what, okay, let's, now guys, let me go back to you because please ask me questions, okay? Let's just, okay. That's right, that's right. This is maybe from Rachel. That's what it is, okay? So, all right, so, okay, so, all right, so let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's just see quickly here the Scott Perry, since it's not him. So what's the deal with Scott Perry? It's the insurrection thing. I think that is January 6th. Okay, that's January 6th. Communications. Is that right? Do you have any information? That's what I feel like. It's communications related. Why take the phone though? The phone seems significant. Guys, you know, it's weirdly showing me something about Eastman. It could be related to the Eastman thing. Okay, I don't know. I haven't seen. Okay, it's interesting. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know why. For some reason, I'm getting to just see. Let's see here. Rick Scott. Let's see. Scott phone. Okay, let's see. News. Okay. It's not even showing here yet. Okay, let's see if political, they keep track of those types of news. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's nothing yet. Okay, so let's put it aside because he's not, you know, Rick Scott is not as big. Okay, let me just like not react to everything ever. You know what I mean? Let's just go to this. That's what I'm doing today. Okay. Okay, so what's going on? Tell me what's going on. It's the aftermath. Guys, I see now talking about the safe. I see that he's calling. They took it. They took it. So I see that he's talking to Jared. There's 3 documents that he's particularly concerned about. 3 things that he kept. That's right. That he kept in this, guys, and this safe. Oh my God. Guys, okay, 2 things. Okay, first of all, he's talking to Jared. And again, it's probably in like some, he has to try to like, you know, be quiet because Jared's like, so what about this? He's like, well, they took it, whatever they were keeping there. And he's like, well, but how could, you know, so it's just, there was something there where like, where like they took something important for Trump, something. Now, the other thing that you saw all these lawyers say was that that if they find a crime, like if, okay, they go to your house and in the process of looking at for stuff in your house, if they have a warrant, right? They find other crimes, they could charge you with those crimes, even if it's unrelated. So guys, I feel like there's compromise material in that thing. Okay. The safe. I feel like if they took the safe, they opened the safe, right? They took stuff. And I feel like there's photos, naked women or young women having sex. Like, I think there's compromise there, honestly. Now let me see. Is this compromise about himself? Guys, I see this stuff in Russian. There is stuff in Russian in the thing, in the, the type of writing, the way it's written differently, Cyrillic. Contracts. Oh my God, what is it? Because I see a tall, blonde woman. It's not Ivanka. Who is it? And I see birth certificate. Whoa. Guys, you know what I see? Then I see it pans to Michael Cohen, his former lawyer, laughing. So it's like, I see, guys, there's just some, okay, what is the essence of him? Sex, right? Like, it's like he uses sex for like compromise, and he has some kind of weird sex addiction. And then he has the, blackmails people. So I think this safe has the essence of who he is. There's some kind of Russian document. There is some, I see, guys, the woman, the way she's dressed, it's either not, it's like late, like early 90s or something. Now, there's a Russian document, honestly. And I could, okay, this birth certificate could suggest as a child of his. Okay, like, I don't know why would he keep a birth certificate? And it could even be in Russian. But honestly, why do I see that? Like, there's some kind of Russian child. I don't even know, guys. Some very strange thing. So, okay. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so wait, did I close it? Oh my God, I closed the thing by mistake. Oh no. Oh. So it's just, guys, it's really, it keeps showing me, okay, the woman, what does she look like? She looks like somebody like a model. She looks like she's very tall and thin, blonde, but the hairstyle reminds me of like early 90s for some reason. Not 80s because, the shoulder pad, but taller and like a model. God, the models. That's right. He had a model agency, remember? And guys, it could even be honestly the Epstein, it could be like even more stuff like that. Why are you keeping it there? Because I needed to keep it in a place that kept me safe. Because, okay, but Trump, are you sure you want to? There's just, guys, it's like, I swear, and it keeps showing me again and again, the Russian certificate of something. And then there's the same woman, she's in a hospital, like baby, just had a baby, with the baby in the hospital, like, oh, holding the baby. And it's a photo, and the Russians are like written in Russian, the birth certificate. So guys, so in other words, okay, in other words, but guys, I honestly, okay, the sense, okay, so let me put it aside again. I urge you to like not give me your projection or what you think, but what's interesting here to me is that it has nothing to do with current, it seems old. The stuff that's in that safe is old stuff related to him. Okay, hi, go on in. Do you need to get, all right, okay. So can I, oh my God, it's okay. Sorry, feel free, okay? All right.
No problem.
Okay, thank you, okay. So, I'm on the way here. So 1 second, guys, okay, so, okay, just 1 second. Wow, okay, 1 second. Oh. Okay. Guys, I'm here, okay, I'm just organizing a sec. Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm back. I'm gonna unthing the thing. I'm gonna unthing the thing. Unthing the thing. So okay, so guys, okay, so here, all right, so I'm back. So okay, so it's interesting that, okay, going back here. that okay. So what I see is really quite interesting here is that there is this like the sense that it's all personal. Like it's not, it has nothing to do with current politics. It has to do with his past. And it shows me, guys, it's so weird. It's very insistent on like this woman, the baby, and the Russian document. Okay. And I see even the woman giving like breastfeeding the baby. Could it be? I don't think it's what's her name? What's her name? I don't know. Marla. No, it's not. It's like somebody else. I can't tell who it is. And it's like, but I feel like it could have been one of those models because she has this model. It's somehow it's showing me again and again. She's very tall, slim, and the kind of like, then I see like catwalk or something, like she could have had a baby. So it's this weird document about like, honestly, and why is it in Russian? Why is this thing in Russian? Why is it in Russian? The identity, the documents, and they said they gave it to him in case he needed it later, or you could even, I don't think the document is falsified, but it's sort of like, oh, just so you know where your child is, or like something. Okay, I don't know what it is exactly, guys. I know it sounds so far-fetched, but it's just giving me very clear imagery here. Okay, so guys, you have to think. Okay, I know it's easy. We're in the mid. Obviously, this whole situation. Okay, I'm sorry, Asaf. You know what? Like, just can I please? I'm reading. If you want, you can. It's like seriously, like I love you, Asaf, but I'm trying to see. I get information. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what I see. Okay, and if you want to I'm sorry, it's sort of comment is just like distracting. Okay, does it make sense? Like, try to not like be negative about it, or like it's not, so I'm just gonna remove it. Okay, just seriously, like, okay, I know, but like it doesn't make sense. But I'm reading this. Okay, so like I'm reading it, so it doesn't make sense. You were saying like it's gonna bring it down, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just telling you what I see. Okay, so please, like, doesn't make sense. Like because even if you don't need it for me, I read it, so that's how it gets picked up as. Okay, let me continue here. Okay, so tell me again, guys, just of course, the whole situation, we have to like always look back, like what, right now we're dealing with a raid that of something he did. I'm not going to read the comments for now because I need to focus. It's very hard to focus sometimes, if I read something. Okay, so I'm not looking at the comments, but like, okay, okay, so the situation is that he was raided because he was president. He took stuff, but we have to remember, how old was he when he's 70 plus years old when he first went into government. So he had a whole life behind him. So this is the context, right? It's telling me this safe, it has nothing to do, almost like nothing to do with the government. The thing that is like they're showing that is relevant is that stuff. Now, I also saw earlier that there's something that they took that Jared and him were concerned about. But what I think is interesting here, guys, is that whatever this is more important to him than anything else. Okay, and what is it? Why is this important? Why is this more important than other things? Why is he more worried about this, who he really is? It's saying, guys, that wow, that's it. Okay, so it shows me that he is not like that, like the thing that he wants to hide is who he really is, and that is key to who he is. In other words, there's something about this written piece of paper that is like, first of all, it shows that he could have this child. It could be his own child, or there is some kind of sexual stuff about himself that, how, guys, do you remember this story about when Michael Cohen, for example, right? He was working for him. All they would do, or they spend a lot of money and time doing, is paying off women who had stories about him. So it could be that he bought this story also. Like, doesn't make sense. There's a lot of stuff. I feel like it's a secret of his that's in that thing. So that suggests his past, and it suggests the weakness. And the weakness is that he has this other life that nobody knows about. Not nobody, but very few. He was able to like keep it secret. And that's what he's worried about, because once that is revealed, it doesn't make sense. I was no, but I don't know how that's going to take him down. Like, forget about it. Forget about, I know that, yeah, I said, for example, she's like, oh, but what is in the safe? Like, I just answered the question. And it's not up to us to get the answers of the things. Doesn't make sense. It's like you have to like put everything in perspective. And what I see is that he's like very he's distraught because the truth about who he really is comes out, even if that alone is not like, doesn't prove that while he was in office, he was doing treason against this or that person. This is who he is. Like, it shows that the Russians have dirt on him and have had for years. And it was so much so that he had it in his own safe for his own personal protection. Okay, so if he has it, nobody else has it. Okay, so I have a question, but so this is on in addition to everything else, but let me just, because the imagery is coming so big. Why did he keep it in, was there another place? Why, okay, for example, why didn't he destroy that information? He could have burned it. Why did he keep it? There's something about this woman, like he wants to look at the photographs and he needs, I don't know why, honestly, guys, why he took it. They took it, or he kept it there. Okay. Then there's also deeds, property deeds, guys, again, Russian names. It's weird to me, like, why doesn't he like burn it or keep it somewhere else? Because he needs to know where it is at all times. He keeps, how he loves to keep, that's right, he's a hoarder type. He likes to keep things, especially those things that are like, the secrets that he has. It's telling me almost like a serial killer, like in the sense of like, he needs to have the souvenir kind of. Okay, so then now tell me the relationship between this stuff and the government stuff. Saudi stuff, and like, so it doesn't make sense, guys. There's two types of things here. One of the thing is like, okay, one of the thing is like the stuff that is about his past. That's like his Achilles heel. Okay, that's like the stuff that's how he was able to be blackmailed by so many people, right? Is that, so that's part one. Part two is the stuff he stole from the government, the corruption stuff. So there's these two things in the safe, okay, in the thing. Okay, so I feel, guys, that does it answer your question? Now I'm going to look at the comments, because I'm sorry, guys, if I I'm not even reading the comments. I just have to, stuff like this is so delicate. I can't be, reading your comments otherwise. Okay, does make sense? Sorry. Okay. Okay. Okay, all right. If that doesn't make sense, like, I'm sorry, like, I can't, if I read like really negative stuff, or like, it's, disappointment or something, it's like, I don't have, I can't interpret, is like, you know what I mean? Sorry, but it is what it is. Like, I can't, okay, guys, again, it is what it is. Like, like, if you were, you know what I mean? I'm not here to tell you when, like I said, okay, just like, take into the consideration that I read the comments as you write them. And it's not, if you have like stream of consciousness thoughts, maybe you should write it somewhere else while I'm doing it, because it takes a lot of focus. And if I'm unfocused, then it affects everything. Okay. So anyway, so I'm going to continue here. So, oh, Scott Perry. Why did I say Rick? Was it Rick Scott? Guys, wait, I thought it was Rick Scott. Is that Rick Scott or? Okay. Okay, so that's, okay, so, okay, guys, that's it. Okay, so, all right. Okay. So anyway, so this is it. Okay, guys. Okay, wow. Okay, so okay. So, all right. So what's next here? So guys, okay, so the bottom line here, what's interesting, okay, in terms of what's in that safe, is that it has, again, this very, I guess it's telling me this very important information about his past, that he always wanted to keep it secret, okay? And then the second part is like, is the stuff that he's done in the government. Okay, so it's what I saw is like as a conflation of these two things. Okay, is the conflation of these two things where like the truth about who he is has come out in ways that nobody, because guys, if you think about it, like the whole machinery of the GOP was able to keep hidden everything that he was doing. Okay, so like, okay, so like, so this is it. So that's interesting. And again, guys, again, I'm sorry, like I said, I apologize many times to ISF, but this is the thing that what's really interesting and challenging about Trump and looking at Trump is that it's not what you want to hear. It's not in the order of the things that we want to hear, or in it. There's so much that I can't even give the words to, okay? And so many different languages. So that's why we have to keep our minds open. It is not linear, all this stuff. Even his mind, you know what I mean? Even his mind, like it's very interesting, guys. It is very interesting, okay? Because again, it's almost like imagine ourselves, like all of us, we like this, let's say last 2 years, the last 2 years in our lives don't define our entire lives. And especially imagine a person who has done so many bad things in the past before he became president. And how powerful this stuff, guys, you know how they say like criminals like serial killers, right? They say that they usually tell somebody, like some it's very hard for a person to do hard things like that and not tell somebody, you know what I mean? So it's like stuff that is very dark. People, it just kind of stays in there. You know how Trump is always nervous, right? Like even with Putin, for example. Why did Putin have so much power over him? Because he must have known some secret that is so big that it affected him so much. And it's just because the guy commits so many crimes that he distracts us from who he really is. This is even, I don't even know what's worse, to be honest with you. Like, okay, it's really like it's not even like you can't even go there, like the amount of stuff he's done. It's very deep, like in a way. But okay, so it's like he's done very bad things. People have information about the bad things he's done. Guys, it's telling me this is why he's so good at compromise of other people. It's because he has been under compromise himself. So he knows how the person feels and he knows how he can be manipulated. Okay. So, okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense. And of course, we, as like, having a single, ISF, it is just that we have our own, interests or with the things we think about Trump. Oh, he's done this and that. Yes, that is true, but the deep stuff for him is the secrets. This is the thing that's interesting to me, is like that what weakens him in his mind is not even this, like the investigation of the government now. It's like the stuff he's done in the past that's going to come up. And like, I think I see here the weak link, almost like a wound, like open wound for him, is the secret. And Putin has a secret. And like, imagine you have this secret, and like anybody who could reveal the secret to the world is the biggest thing. So in some weird way, he's not even afraid of like, he's not afraid of what could come out, like the crime stuff, you know, like, oh, he took money. He's afraid of being like explained that he had all these children, he got kids aborted, or and that he may have had, I don't know why this woman like I don't know, there's like these children, I see like some child and like child molestation, you know, stuff like that, like the sex stuff is the stuff that really like he's afraid of. Okay, does it make sense, guys? Is it clear? That's what I'm getting. It's, again, it's very unexpected because I didn't think at first we were talking about the stuff he had taken, but guys, I think they may have taken this. Did they take the safe? They broke into the safe. Isn't that what he said? Guys, do you remember this? That didn't he? What was the word? Do you remember? Like, let me find something. Did they say safe? Okay, so let me see here. FBI raid. Okay, did they take? But this is an interesting part. Okay, dozen boxes. Okay, lawyer says. Okay, so. The source close. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So. Okay. So this is like, okay. So. So they're talking about, okay, let me just show you this article because it's talking about details about the raid. Okay. And this is what we're discussing. Okay. So after, okay. In January, they took 15 boxes that were back in January. So they said the National Archives said that it should have been sent. Okay. And Bob, it's an attorney of Trump, confirming that County first recounted to Washington Post told NBC News that lawyers for Trump were talking to Justice Department officials this spring about the records being stored in Mar-a-Lago. At one meeting, she said Trump's lawyers searched between 2 or 3 boxes. Whoa. Trump's lawyers searched through the vent and storage area, gave Justice Department officials a few pages that could meet the definition of being a presidential record. She and another Trump lawyer talking to a senior Justice Department when Trump stopped by to say hello. At that meeting, a source close to Trump really showed the official, okay, added a lock on a storage unit after justice officials say they did not believe it was secure. No way. Okay, okay, so okay. Okay, okay. So let me stop here, this part. Okay, so I guess what I'm trying to look for, guys, they broke into the safe. Okay, maybe that's right. That's what it looked like. He has some kind of Russian children's one. But there's many questions here still to be answered. Okay, first of all, is what, okay, so of course we know that a judge had to sign on these warrants. What did the judge, why do they think, I mean, we kind of know the answer, but it'd be very helpful to find out. What did they know about the answers? Okay, what do they know about the answers? What do they know that was there? That was like, what did they know about what was in there? That was like, that the judge, what did the judge sign off on? Okay, because that was, okay, so what did? Missing 300, oh my God, 300 things, missing records, letters, receipts, historical memorabilia. Okay, so guys, I'm have to look for this information because I read earlier, I don't know why or where I read it. No, sorry, I don't know where I read it, but I read something like that a national security person had an interview. Okay, so national had an interview. It's like, investigation Mar-a-Lago. So somebody who was from that division, okay? Let's see, there was a name of somebody. There was just a name, what I read earlier, I don't know exactly where it was, okay? It was something to the effect of a person that comes from the part of the Justice Department, okay? A part of the Justice Department that deals with national security things. So they were having interviews there. The person went to and was talking to them. It was very high level person, okay? And that's, so I feel like, okay, so tell me more. It still get Jared. There was this investigation into finances. Okay, Audrey had mentioned something. Audrey had mentioned something here that said, she said something like, she said at the beginning, she said something like, I think this could be, they're looking for something else, or like they use this as an excuse to get something. So is this true? Because this is what I think, guys. I feel like, yes, he was mishandling all these things. He was still like a normal person. That alone is a crime. Okay, that alone is a crime. But why this? And what were they looking for there? Why this? What is the guys? I swear. And then I think again, it goes back to listening. I feel like there's somebody that they're still investigating that said that Trump has something, he was going to sell something. There's just something financial here. There's a financial related document, okay, that has to do with that, okay. Okay, so like, okay, this makes sense. So it's just like, why, okay, why out of all the things, why get this stuff? Oh, of course. Now it's something very obvious. Guys, you know how Trump, this is so true that, okay, this makes a lot of sense, of course. You know, it said like Trump never, you know, when he's subpoenaed for something, he never gives the documents, never, never. He just, you know, and you see, this is so true out of, you know, his past behavior. As a person, we know that he never, like whenever any investigation, he never gives the documents. Remember, even the investigation of the New York Attorney General, he just doesn't. You ask him for something, he will not give you what you ask for, even if he has it, even if it's minor. He just doesn't. It's like a psychopath thing. Why do I have to do anything? I have to do nothing. So they felt like the documents were important enough they have to just go get it because he does not comply. No, he doesn't. And let me ask a question. So what was Trump? No, he wanted, it's saying that, you know what? It's saying that he was keeping the stuff there, to show people that he had been president, like stuff, memorabilia type stuff, but also as like, almost like, what is it? Insurance in case something happens, truly. Okay, truly. So, okay, so that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. Okay, so, okay, okay. So that's what it is, okay? It's like, okay. So, but again, guys, I'm saying, like, I know, I even saw some other comment on YouTube, like, oh, are they gonna find evidence that it's not how it is. You have to kind of like start with a story, almost like pick it up as fragments and see, almost like a puzzle, see where the fragments go, as opposed to saying, this is the story and the fragments have to fit. Does it make sense? So this is why it becomes even more interesting. It's because you have this stuff that he keeps, that he is going to, honestly, some of it he was going to use as currency. And it's telling me, I swear, like this stuff, I see like written in like some error, like something about Saudi Arabia, that he signed something. they signed something, and he's like, I need to keep some of it in case they forget. Okay, so this is exactly like, okay, exactly, he's freaking out, exactly. And then what was the other thing? Okay, there was Rachel, right? On Rachel's yesterday, I was listening, so when I was telling you the show, it was not actually a radio show, it was that I was listening to her, the thing today, the recording of her show, and that the documents are so sensitive, they cannot be described. Like, you were not supposed, you can't describe it in writing. So like, so of course, like, it's like that, it's a cash to him, honestly. Okay, so oh guys, you know what? You know how he uses information and compromise to blackmail people. So he's used to having information. Does it make sense? He used to information being like currency. Does it make sense? So of course he keeps stuff like this to like insure himself, so to speak. Okay. So more questions. So I have more questions. So today, guys, I'm sorry, I don't know where it is. I read it, and I read something on Twitter that said that on his Truth Social, whatever, he said something like that the US is in decline. This is a Russian talking point, right? The US is in decline, and the US is responsible for the Ukraine thing. This is a classic Russian thing. So my question, guys, my question is, goes back to this Russian, like, is he, are they gonna, doesn't make sense. It's almost like, I really think it's not that we don't, I think we know that he's a, guys, he works, not only does he work for Russia, but he, in his heart, he likes Russia more than he likes Putin. He doesn't make sense. I feel like, I just feel like, his comments made it sound like, doesn't make sense. Like, would you, like, why would you double down on the thing? You know what I mean? If someone's like, okay, I suspect you were like a Russian asset, like, why would you keep saying the same thing that a Russian asset says, instead of being like, okay, I'm gonna be quiet, or okay, so let me find out. So what's going on here? What is the story? Why did he double down today? Why did he keep saying that he was like, why did he keep saying that? Why did he keep saying that the US is responsible for the war? And they found me, they found it, they found it. They found evidence that I work for them, and they don't like it. They're going to do something. It's why, okay, why does he feel safer with Russians than the US? Why does he feel so safer? Because he committed the crime against the US to benefit Russians. So of course the Russians are going to, it's kind of like, you steal the money for your gang is going to protect you, and not the people you stole from. Of course, it's saying. But wow, it's saying, this is it, guys. It's saying that, it's saying also that the stuff that could be in the safe could also be related to his properties, how they are owned by Russians. Okay. Wow. Okay, I have a question. Why is it there and not in New York? Oh, another question, guys. I read yesterday that when the place was raided, he was in New York. He was in Trump Tower, New York, and that he heard from Eric, his son was there, or somehow Eric was the one who called him and told him about it. Okay, so I guess they probably knew that he was not going to be there, right? Like, that's right. They knew he had some kind of commitment that he had to be. I don't know if he's like something related to his legal problems, but he was not going to, they didn't want to embarrass him in any way, like, so, or they just wanted to avoid him. So, wow, that's right. They knew, they kind of they didn't want it to make it about him. They wanted to make it about the papers, because that's what it was about. And then I read also, this is true, that the FBI notified the Secret Service only 1 hour in advance. So only 1 hour in advance. So that, why? Because, so that, of course, that they would be able to get in, of course. And then what? I see that he was in an airplane, or like he was traveling, or like had already, like, did they tell him no? I think they can't, guys. Like, it's kind of like, it makes sense, right? Let's say that he, because of the form of right, he can't have Secret Service, but the Secret Service works for the government, does not work for him technically. Does it make sense? So like if you're the criminal, right? So he wouldn't be able to like stop, he wouldn't be able to stop and like get somebody to throw anything away. I don't get the sense that they were able to like, I don't get the sense that they were able to like, it doesn't make sense, like call somebody ahead or burn something. No, because it's saying, guys, he did not give, people did not have access to it. They did not have access to the things. Okay. They did not have access to the things. Interesting, right? Very interesting. So, okay. Wow. Wow. Very interesting, guys. No, seriously, right? Seriously. Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. So, guys, I'm just completely fascinated by this because it's saying, it makes a lot of sense that Trump, like all the investigations that are happening, for some reason, I feel like you cannot, oh, it's telling me flagranti, like the term in Latin, I think it's like infragranti, like when he was caught in the act, like it's technically, it's kind of, I mean, it's different, but similar. Imagine someone steals a car and you find the car in their garage. It's different than like if you find some car and you have to find it's immediate. It's like you took this thing and it's concrete, right? It's concrete. It's like, why are these things with you? It doesn't make sense. So it's the kind of thing that is very easy to prove because the thing should not have been with you anyway. And it's saying they have recordings he was trying to sell these things. So it's very interesting, guys, to us, right? It's not that it doesn't make sense, but it's that it's very like, it's almost like, it's almost, okay, it's almost new. It's like a new thing, but it's saying that it makes sense because it's just a lot. But for some reason, guys, I do get the sense that there's a time, like I said, I think yesterday, that there's a time element to this. There's a sense that he was going to do something with it. And that if he didn't act fast, they would have done something to it. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. So that's, it makes a lot of sense actually, this part that like it's like regardless of what they decide to do later, right, like in terms of like all these other investigations, this is concrete. You took something. It's like you go to a museum, you steal a painting, the painting is in your house. What are you going to say? You didn't do it? It's similar. It's like, guys, imagine something like, because this kind of thing is so it's priceless, really, because it's secret. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. It's not even, you can't even put a price on it. It's so sensitive. It's that sensitive. You can't do something like that. So this is it. It's like, and again, it's interesting, guys, for some really weird reason. I don't quite understand why. I guess it's like connection of it. It's like this is almost more devastating to him than anything else. Okay, it's more devastating to him than anything else. So okay, so she hasn't replied to me. Oh, it's okay. Anyway, so is that, I don't know, guys, I almost don't want to know too much. I see that is this woman. It's like, it's photos of this woman in this hospital. There was a baby and there's like, but why? Okay, so let me ask, what is the most incriminating thing here about this document or this photo of this woman? Is this because of, it's saying that's because it's in Russian, okay, that it's like, it's almost like, again, guys, there's so, I don't really care honestly about his private life or whether he has a child or not. It's not that interesting, okay, really. It's more interesting in terms of like, what is it that's incriminating about it? Okay. It's what is it going to, is that he's, what it shows is that he's owned by, this is the thing that he's afraid of. The old Russians have all the secrets. That's what it shows. That in that document, and I see there's like this like brown paper. I feel like they could have, why do I feel like they could have taken it? That's right, guys, because they, right, I feel like they could have taken, okay, let me just do quickly cards here and then I'll go, okay? Then I'll go. What was in the safe? Tell me about the story that I saw of the woman, the baby, the child, the baby in the hospital, and this Russian document. What is in it? What is this? What did I see here? Melancholy. Okay. What else? Gift. That's right. Quid pro quo, guys. This is the card that would be the quid pro quo. The Lord. Joyfulness. Doctor. The wrong one. Sweetheart, woman. Let's see here. Okay, so as a doctor, what it makes you think of when I think of doctor? I mean, the doctor could be a recommendation, but it could also, the abortion thing. Guys, remember how he had, did you read this? There was stories that he had his own, like he had an abortion doctor in New York that he would send all the women to it. Remember this story? Like, okay, and then again, something dark here, stressful. Oh, wow, look at all the bad cards, cutting something, cutting the money, removes the money, okay, spy, organization for a long time. So it would suggest that it shows that he's worked for them for a long time. They own him financially. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it says. Now more. So what did they, okay, what did they get? What did the feds get? What did the feds get from Mar-a-Lago? Financial, okay, information that it's the end of him. Now this card, guys, the card of experience could also be sexual stuff. Interesting, right? Oh yeah, look, this card is the woman is like this, the same card of the snake, the other woman. So it is again something, like I was telling you, something related to sex, letter from the woman, about a woman, business, so, and some shady business stuff, okay? So how interesting, guys. Isn't that interesting? It is, right? My God. Okay, so I feel bad now, guys, for ISF, but I just, as you know, I get like when the thing, even I talk to people like, it's good to not determine too much the thing, because so you have to leave it open and you have to, it's so interesting to me. Like, okay, so is the FBI, now the other guys, I do, the person, I sent her a message, right? So it's okay, she's gonna see that I'm just a little late. I had her reading her, I asked her to postpone it a few minutes. But now I have a question. What is the FBI going to do with this information? Because I think they came across the information. What are they going to do with the information they found? Right? Because if it's a crime, what are they going to do with the information they found? Okay, just to clarify something, Christine is asking, is it, again, as like I said, try to not put it, unless it's saying, it's not connecting. I think it's different. I feel like it's his own thing. I don't get the sense that it has a, you know what I mean? It's his own story with some woman that we don't exactly know about. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Try to not like I said, remember the thing I told you to avoid. There is a story. Let me fit everything. See what fits. No, forget. You have to make an effort to forget about the story, and just pick up the pieces and put the puzzle together. Understand the pieces as they come as fragments on their own. Okay. And if it matches the story, okay, but don't try to make it fit something. Okay. Okay. So this is another question. So what is the FBI going to do with the information? And I'm talking about the information that was unexpected, personal information about what is the FBI going to do with this information? Letter. We're gonna letter here. Letter news. There's going to be news about it. About the family. That's why we're going to discuss it in a letter. Is it going to be public? Okay, information. Again, look at the books. They have the books and books of information. Letter, servant, like somebody, like he did something. It could be an employee or something like that. Okay, thief. Oh yeah, he is stealing. He is stealing information. He took information that was not his. He took it. He's taking. Now, what about this? Remember the servant? What about the servant? Who's the servant? Frivolity, not serious? Or caught in the thing, the intercept. Oh, baby. That is baby. Information about the baby. I do think it could be an actual baby this time. Sorrow. Oh, information. Babies. Huh? A baby. Wow. So, no, guys, what? So, what is? I'm confused. So, I'm confused now. Okay, do you even understand what I just said? Because, okay, so the card said that clearly there's going to be news about documents that came from the house. Now, we saw that there was this information here. There was like the servant. It could be somebody that worked for him. Is this information about the baby here? I do think it could be a child. Okay. Oh, and then sorrow. So it's very dark. But the theft is saying that the information indicates does not have to just, it could be that, of course, he's stealing the documents. This is true. But that in it could say that there's these documents that like indicates all this, like, guys, it could be something done to an underage person or something like this. Okay. A little Russian baby. Okay, what is the story here? So, and then I say, okay, so what is going to come out? Okay, guys, how do I even ask this question? Is this going to come out? What is going to come out that's new? Let's just say, what's going to come out in this document? Like, what are we going to find out? Are we going to find out about this stuff? What's going to come out? What's new? Foreign, that's right. Foreign, change, could be transfer, opportunity. He wanted to change, okay. The house, that's right. This is the place that was raided, the house. Money? No way. What? No, he doesn't care about money at all. Okay, facade. So he was using it as a facade, but he wanted to exchange money. So what else? What else is gonna come out? Okay, treachery. Baby again, many babies. Could be easy. Oh, secret. Oh, treachery with the secret baby. Huh? This is also secret documents, but baby documents, secret baby maybe. Pleasure seeking mom, people, wife, woman, business partners, okay, could be, but wow. Wedding deals, so business deals. But so, it's telling me, guys, Trump is, okay, the mother, that's right, the mother of his baby. Okay, wow, this is an interesting question, Audrey. Could the mother of the baby be a child? That's a really, she did not look young. Like she was young in her 20s, but not like a child, like teenager. Wow, well, that's a really interesting question, guys. Okay, because what if these documents suggest some kind of connection to like, quote, I don't even say pedophilia in terms of like under 10, but like, a very young person, because he clearly, so what is it about these documents that makes it very illegal? What is it? Important, under the hidden, painful. Okay, for a long time it's going to be revealed. Love of a man. Okay, what else? Attack or so. Okay, let's see more. I don't know, guys. It's not, lies are going to be exposed. Okay, this is good. It's going to be his end. Okay, prison. It's going to prison. Okay. Now this was, okay, the dog. Okay, okay. Again, sex, guys. You know what it's telling me very interestingly, and it's not letting me. It's not okay. I have to close my eyes and then find it. But you know what's told me really interesting is saying that Trump's business is always about sex. Okay, there's always a relationship. You know how like he got the presidency because he did dirt on people, or like the thing that gives him power is also what takes him down, in the sense of like the depravity of it all, and like, it's like, but this is, I don't think, guys, I think honestly, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Okay, tell me about the mother. What is the shady information? Is it about the guys? I think it could be, what it could be also, that, how he had the modeling agency, right? And the girls were underage. If one of them got pregnant and the Russians knew, they could have taken the girl back to Russia and said, kind of like held her not hostage, but doesn't make sense. Something like, well, you got her pregnant and now, okay, something like this, like if they got the child, doesn't make sense. It's something like, no, but I think it's true, guys. There was the woman just never came forward. She came forward. It was like, right. But I think it's, if he sleeps with all these girls very young and he doesn't use protection and they're that young, they've had their periods, the likelihood is that they could be pregnant, possibly. It's not completely far-fetched. But what's really interesting is the Russian document here connected. Why? It's saying, oh, the guys is telling me, of course, it's very obvious. It's saying the Russians have a documentation on this. That makes sense. Even if it's not like a birth certificate, it's like, hi, we have the documentation on your activity and the fact that you got these girls pregnant, on who they were and who the kids were. Okay, does it make sense? Now it makes sense. So I have a question, guys. Does he have his own PP tape? Is there any video recording of his? What is it? It's like photos. Does he have any videos of himself, like having sex or something like that? I still feel like it's like, it is not, no, I don't get it as necessarily pornographic. It's more like evidence of his activities, and they have evidence. And it's saying that, guys, immediately, and I see that America, I was like, and that they immediately sent it to the Russian department for translation. Okay, honestly, that he has stuff in Russian. Okay, and that they know it does not belong to the government, the American government. No, it's not ours. No, it's like, it's saying that they had him sign something. Okay, wow, that makes, guys, he signed something. That makes sense. What if Putin was like, hey, you have to sign this thing? We made a deal, so sign here. Not even about this makes sense. It's something kind of like almost like a legal thing where it's like, you work for us, right? Here's the thing, here's a signature. So you can have the receipt. Wow, no, guys, it's worse. It's worse than the Falwell thing. It's because Falwell was not in the government, right? Like no matter what he did, it's just that like it's gonna dawn. I think, wow, guys, oh my God, okay, so how are they gonna, guys, I feel like I need to go, but I can't stay away from it because it's like, I just have to get to the bottom of this. So the question is, are they gonna, okay, so what is the question is really like, how are they going to present this, and what are they, it's saying that, wow, it's saying that this could be, how, guys, they said like, they said the thing about, what was it called, like, oh my God. Okay, the tree, okay, we know the treason thing, right? Part of it is that, yes, you are working for the government. Let's say, for example, that he took some documents, or, and then, guys, we don't, I mean, just seeing those Russians in the Oval Office, it was creepy. But if you have a document that says like, you owe the Russian government this amount of money because we did this and that, or we have this and that information, or you work for this or that intelligence agency, like that alone, you know what I mean, is something. Okay, does it make sense? So it's like, oh, my guys, I don't think the Russians they're smart enough to be like, sign here, we're gonna help you. No, it's not the thing that says like, oh, Trump is our like, we're gonna help you with the election written out like that. No, but it's something that says like, we owe you. I'm sorry, we own you. It's literally something like this, like that would say, we know all this information about you. You sign here saying that we own your properties. We are, your biggest, we are really the head of your business or whatever. Like we actually own most of your business. So does it make sense? So it's like, it's just something like this, like that it shows that there is documentation. There's actually documentation of how much he owes to the Russians on many levels, not just financial. Does it make sense? So that would, it's almost like, what is the, how like crime shows, they're like, oh, the person ended up dead, nobody knew why the woman died, but then they found that such and such had like $100,000 health, what is it called, policy, something, insurance policy, okay, life insurance policy. And if she died of this and that, then they would get 500,000. And then it was only a matter of time when they would, something like this, like it's the motive, essentially, okay? Like a motive thing. Why would he do that? And then you have it, the reason. And it's depraved because it's the kind of like, it's the situation where like, it's exactly, it's who he sells him. It's like, guys, in New York, nobody would have been shocked. I owe you exactly. Nobody would have been shocked. Oh my God, Trump. So it's not like, but then he went for president. And then suddenly he was like, oh, I'm conservative. You know what I mean? Like, this is not, and this is exactly the type of person that, and guys, remember what he was saying about Kavanaugh? Oh, Kavanaugh, he was a reject. He was not going to get, he's done all these bad things. I could take him down. But because he had the dirt on him, it's the same way. He knew that the stuff that he had on Kavanaugh was bad. The same way that whatever they have on him is bad. Does it make sense? So it's the kind of situation where like you have this information that is very damaging to your career and you keep it, and then it shows that you owe them, you're afraid of them, and you could do anything they ask. And that when you trace, guys, when you have that information with you, let's say, it's only a matter of time before you get somebody like Mike Meadows or somebody who say, yeah, I knew Russians were, guys, how hard is it to find? Okay, once you have the irrefutable evidence that they own him, because guys, how the hell did we never see? Oh, and by the way, today also the Ways and Means committees got access to it. Until now, no finances. The guy, what the hell, where are his finances? Okay, where are his finances? Hello, okay. So this is it, okay? Does it make sense? Like, this is it. So amazing, right, guys? It's kind of like really interesting. So, wow, guys. Okay, I have to go because I do have an appointment. But tomorrow I'll continue. Tomorrow's gonna be today's a little shorter than usual because I have an appointment. It's off day also, but tomorrow we're gonna come back. Guys, isn't that crazy? It's very interesting, okay? Okay, all right, so this is it. Again, like, it's like so interesting, guys. It's not so easy. It's not like, black and white, right? You're seeing like how it's not like 1, 2, 3. Also because it's committed so many crimes, like, oh my God. Like, how do we, how can we keep track of it? But I think it's telling you, Rosie, is the stuff you guys think about. Is the stuff that he's afraid of. Like, what is he really afraid of, right? It's the money, how the money makes him an owned person, and how the money is somehow connected to sex. Doesn't make sense. It's sort of like they own him by money and by sex. Like, they have evidence of his sexual activity that is somehow damaging. So then when you have all of this, then it shows you who he really is. Okay, and that's enough. That is evidence. Okay. So, okay. And so then, yes, you have the stolen stuff. He stole stuff. He could be arrested tomorrow for stealing documents. And guys, it's saying that they're going to arrest. It's true, they're going to arrest him soon because he's a danger to national security. Now that the guys is saying that now that they have the secrets about him, they have possession of the secrets in a way or another. Now it's like anything is possible. That's why he was saying the thing already, like coming out and saying like the thing against Ukraine and how the US is in decline and all that, right? Because he's afraid. So very interesting. Guys, okay, all right. So I'm gonna go, guys, but I'll see you tomorrow, 7:30, okay? All right, love you guys, okay?